Audio there. Yes. Yes, audio there. Okay. And then audio there. And we'll do this. All right. And I think everything's working. Now, from time to time, when I hop from OBS to the game itself, it will crash. Hopefully. It does not. Fantastic. Right. So we're driving. It's a westbound ICE, and we're headed toward Augsburg. But it is a Berlin train. So we need to remember when we put that in the sign that this will be a Berlin train. And we've got about, I want to say about 90 seconds from when we hit start here to when we close doors and take off. So we got a few things to do. I'll do them as quick as we can. Here we go. So reverser to forward, that powers up the train, and then we can open, we need to open right side doors. Open right, close left, doors are open. We need to come down here, turn the lights on, right? And we're going to stand up and confirm lights are on in the train, and they are. Beautiful. So now the people are getting loaded up. We can get ourselves taken care of. Let's on up here. We need a sign for this train, and that is going to be here and here and then here. And it's a Berlin train, right? So we're going to select this one. Are we not? We are. And now if we go outside, right? Go out here. Oh, we've got another train in the way. We'll take a look. Well, I guess we can sneak in here. Yep. So the sign is good. And I think that's about all we need to do up here. Why is our little, is it moving? Our little meter for load passengers seems like it's bugged out. Unlock doors. Did we what happened? Did we open and then, let's just do it this way. Interesting. So we opened the doors and then we closed them again. All right. Well, that happens. So we want to put on some AC for them. We need to turn on safety systems, turn those on. We need to turn that on. And I think, yep, I think we're good. We just need to wait for everybody to get loaded and we'll get on out of here. How's everybody doing? How's your Thursday treating you? Mine is good so far. I'm ready for it to be Friday. I'm ready for it to be Friday. And I think, yep, I think we're good. I saw when this came in a little while ago, before this downloaded, a big update came in. It brought in several more of the DLC, which I'm very happy about. So I think we have everything now in Train Sim World other than Northeast Corridor. I think that's the only one that didn't come over. And Great Western, but I wasn't much of a fan of that anyway. All right. So we want to confirm that, like so, and like so. And I'm going to turn this on just for a minute to see what our speed limit is. Out of the station. Let's make it 30. Sir. 30, I said. How did we... Oh, you know what? Hang on. We got to go here, and then... There we go. And there's SIFA. Oh, man. So many things happening right now. Okay. So, IFB is good. And safety systems are good. SIFA is good. And we are rolling out of Munich toward Augsburg. I've been seeing a lot of tiles loading. I don't know, a lot of freezing and stuttering, which has been less of a problem in Train Sim World. I feel like they are working to optimize the game, but it's been, I don't know, a little bit hit or miss. Now this is a brand new DLC, so it may be that we're loading some scenery or unpacking some zip files. I don't know. I'm not trying to make excuses for the devs, but you know, things happen. So, and what else? Oh, this, for some reason, this DLC, and I haven't been in the other ones yet, so it could be that it's in all of them, but for some reason, this DLC seems to be, you can use just about every German loco from the entire sim in this DLC. I'm very happy about that, and there is freight, and I need to take a look if the other, what I think of as the other high-speed route, I need to take a look and see if that now includes freight as well, because that was a complaint that we have these new routes and no freight in them. People do like running freight routes. I do. I think it's a fun alternative. You know, I don't always want to be stopping at every platform. So we've got express service on this route. We've got local service on this route, and we've also got freight service. So that is very cool. And the stations and stops and everything, they seem, from what I've seen so far, they seem very detailed. And for once, we have reader boards. People have been asking for that when you pull into a station, you can see the reader boards actually say something and mean something. Okay, so we're going to get up to 130, and I'm going to turn this off. Here we go. I'm going to turn this off, and we need to remember what our speed limits are now, because we do have PZB, LZB on, and if we bust the speed limit, we will hit emergency braking, so gotta remember that. Let's see if I prefer to run without the full HUD. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't, but I prefer to run without it. And I did maybe 5 kilometers of this earlier in the ICE, and I did about 5 kilometers of it in the, yeah, there's one of those freezes. About 5 kilometers of it in the 423, I want to say is the other loco. So what we'll do is, once we get up to speed here, this route won't take long, maybe 15 or 20 minutes. And once we get done with this one, then we'll hop in the new loco right there, the 423, and we'll do a local service or part of a local service in that. So we'll get to see all the new equipment for this route. And when we go back to the main menu, you'll be able to see that all the locos are available. Like every piece of German rolling stock is available on this route. And I know in the editor now you can put any loco on any route, but I don't know, that feels a little, I don't necessarily like that. But I like that if all of these, if all the loco that are now available on this route are things that you would actually see on this route, then it's accurate and, you know, good like that. So we need to wait till we get a little bit out of the city, and then we can open it up. And I think I saw, yeah, if you, where are they? There are like these really striking blue signs on the platforms. If you're from this part of the world, or if those signs are something you're familiar with, let me know how accurate they look. When we go past them, they're this really, this very arresting kind of bright blue, iridescent blue color. Yeah, a lot of freezes. Not, I mean, it's not a deal breaker, but I would prefer that we not have freezes. And what else did I see? Oh, I just saw the Arosa line. The Arosa line is one of my favorite routes in the Train Simulator franchise. There's that new loco. It's a very twisty, very steep mountain railroad in Switzerland. I've seen people. I don't own Train Simulator 2021. They update it every year, so it's Train Simulator 2021. I don't own it. I bought it, I played it, I couldn't get into it, and I refunded it. But I have watched a lot of people play it. And, okay, here we're coming up on some of these blue signs. Yeah, you can see them back here sort of glowing already. Look at these signs. If you have been to this part of the world, let me know, how accurate are those signs? Those are very, very easy to spot. So I've watched a lot of people play Train Simulator, and I think there's two. There's the Arosa, and then there's another one from very close to that part of the world. But those are going to be brought into Train Sim World 2. I guess soon, maybe. I don't know. So looking forward to that. I think of all the routes that are available in Train Simulator, the one that I would like to see the most in Train Sim World 2 is the Arosa line. So we're going to go to 140 first, and then once we clear that other speed limit zone right there, right about there, We'll go to 160. Yeah, I don't know what's causing the freezes. I did just bump up my RAM, and it's fast RAM. It's 3200. So we've got 32 gig of fast RAM, and beyond that, I mean, my processor is good. Who knows? Who knows with this game? It's even the way it downloads is, it just takes forever when something comes in. It only takes a few minutes for the files to download. There's 6 gig for the update, 6 gig for the DLC. Only takes a couple minutes for those to download, but then it takes like 30 minutes for it to unpack and pre-allocate. I saw some people in the forums on Steam saying, you know, the game is asking for like 100 gig of swap space. It's got to pre-allocate 100 gig. I don't think it's server lag. I think it's loading tile. It's either unpacking a file or it's loading a tile. So it could be that it's unzipping it. It could be that it's moving it from hard drive to RAM. Unknown. It's not terrible. Hey, take a look at these quickly if you just hopped in. I know you're from Denmark, but are you familiar with those blue signs on the platforms? I really like those. All right. Oh, look at this. It's like a race. It's a race between us and the local service. I think we're going to win. And is there another one over there? Oh, look at all this movement. It's not too often you see 2 other services moving on the same route at the same time. All right, so we've got a 200 in front of us, but now, all right, yeah, I just saw a little red dot on our HUD that caused me a little concern. I'm going to open this up for a minute. All right, we're at 200. Are we? Yep, 200. Okay. All right, we'll see if anybody from Germany stops in. And we do have, so it's on the local services, it's PZB. On the express service, it's LZB. And I don't even know if it's implemented properly, but it's supposed to be a system that automatically slows the train for turns. So like right now, 9999, it's saying in 10 kilometers, we're going to have a speed reduction. And I think it will do it automatically, but we can also monitor that and do it manually. I know the system works better in Train Sim World 2021 than it does in Train Sim World 2, but I just prefer using it. I think it adds to the experience, like turning off the HUD, you know, just makes it a little bit more something. I don't know. But yeah, no complaints about this. The freezes seem to have, I hope, maybe, knock wood, the freezes seem to have backed off a little bit, so maybe we were just unpacking textures and various files, and we'll be good to go from here on out. Be nice if we were. But yeah, no complaints. I mean, I've got the autumn weather set. This is autumn clear, so we got a little bit of color in the trees, and the sun comes up a little bit later. I do like this sim. I think of all the train sims that I've tried, this is the one I prefer. I mean, well, obviously it's the one I prefer because it's the one I play all the time. But it's got a lot going for it. I think it's not perfect, but works for me. All right, 230 they say. And I think, if I understand this right, and all the explanations that I found for it and training and various things have all been in German, but as I understand it now, in 10 kilometers, we're going to have to drop to 160. I think that's how that works. Google German train station. There's a blue info panel. Okay. I'm curious if that's like the most visible color, or if it's like the easiest to read or hardest to misinterpret or something. I'm guessing it's extremely efficient. Knowing Germans, that is the absolute best color for a train sign, but it's also, I don't know, it's very striking. It really catches the eye. And what else? Yeah, there's a ton of activity on this route. I've seen comments about that in the forum. People have been saying you got to bring these routes alive. Oh, you know what? You know what? Those freezes may be AI trains spawning in, because this does run on Unreal, and I know in other games when Unreal spawns something, when it actually like adds it to the map, you can't get a freeze. That could be what's going on there. Okay, we'll see. Huh. I don't know. I go back and forth, like on a daily basis. I go back and forth between being very frustrated with developers and being very sympathetic to what it must be like for them to design a game and try to please so many different people at the same time, and to try to make it compatible with so many different platforms, with PC and Xbox and PlayStation and different play styles. And you've got very serious sim gamers, and you've got very casual console gamers, and just trying to please everybody and make it work. Just make it function so it can be downloaded and made available. That's got to be, I don't know. It's got to be frustrating. It's got to be a handful. At the same time, it's if you're not up to it, then you're not up to it. It doesn't give you excuses to make a bad product. But I go back and forth. Ultimately, I think at the end of the day, when I look at my library, I've got enough sims that really, really make me happy that nothing to complain about. All right, I'm going to hit the SIFA, and then I'm going to hop outside for a minute so we can take a look at this thing. Oh, look at this. It's solar farm. Beautiful. Yeah, this is running pretty smooth. We're in mid-50s for FPS. Yeah, I wonder. Let's see if we can tie it to other trains. We just passed a service right there. We had a little stutter. Let's see if we get one up here when we pass this train. And I'm watching down here because this will count down. In the other ICE, this counts down from 10 kilometers to, well, as you get closer and closer to that reduced speed, it starts to count down. Yep, there's one of the double stacks. So I think there are a lot of different, we're going to see a lot of different locos on this route. Wow, that's really cool. It's, I'm trying to think, have we, yeah, maybe on some of the British passenger routes, so that'd be Great Western, probably. I'm trying to think of other times that we've passed another train like that. Not very often. All right, that's fun. As I've been following this over the past couple years, and with people saying that they want high speed routes, they want high speed rail. And the thing about high speed rail is you got to make the routes correspondingly long, or it takes like 5 minutes to get from one end to the other, and that's no fun. Now there is a little bit, you slow down a little bit as you're leaving one station, and you slow down a little bit as you're getting to the next one, so it's not all, you know, wide open. But they would need to make these routes like 100 kilometers long, which would make the files very big, and you know, so on and so on. But what I'm finding is, as much fun as it is just to go end to end on a high speed route, I enjoy local service, and I enjoy freight where you're going a lot slower, and I enjoy yard work. So it's fun to go fast, but it's over so quickly, you know? I definitely get where the developers are sort of trapped. All right, so we are, now they're telling us in 10 kilometers, just over 10 kilometers, we're coming down to 150. So we may see this, when I slow the train down, you'll see on the left side, you'll get the new speed, like whatever I'm setting it to. But when the train slows it down, you won't see that. All right, and we got that red pip again. Let me take a look here. All right. All right, there's SIFA. We try to direct the train. There's the SIFA. All right. So when that little red pip starts coming down, that will pull our speed down, whether I slow it down or not. And I believe that is the LZB system slowing us down. And we're like, I don't know, 10 miles from Augsburg already. These routes do go by very quickly. But I guess that happens when you're going 200 plus kilometers an hour. All right, and I think we can go, yeah, just a little bit faster. And then at some point tonight, off camera, I'll go back the other way. I'll go from Augsburg into Munich. It looked really, from what I saw, it looked really pretty. It was a lot of like decorative bridges and ornamental ironwork. Looked very, very pretty. I mean, I guess we could have gone the other way and gone into Munich instead of leaving it, but oh, didn't think of it. All right, now I want to be ready to start slowing down because we're 12 kilometers out. Ah, this is starting to count down. This is at 7 kilometers now. So I'm going to start slowing down. It's about 4 miles. I'm going to start slowing down. I'm going to start slowing down a lot, actually. Let's get down to 150. And we may be late getting into Augsburg, but I'd rather be late than get a braking penalty. The Copenhagen subway DLC is a don't buy. Is that a real DLC for Train Simulator? All right, and this is saying, yeah, we've still got about 3 miles to go till that speed drop. So I'm going to watch this red pip out here. We're well under the speed that we need to be at. It's an automated system, no driver. That's no fun. So, SIFA again. So I'm waiting to see when this mark starts coming down. So we're 4 kilometers out. Still not dropping. Yeah, from what I remember from the other ICE, this red mark, yep, starting to come down now. So you need to keep your speed under this red mark, even if the posted speed is above it. And if you don't do that manually, the train will do it for you automatically. And then, yep, and now in the top right corner, I've been so focused down here, I've looked in the top right corner, you can see in a little over 2 kilometers, we will go into a 150 kilometer per hour zone. So we're slowed way down way early for that. No problem. And yeah, that's it. We're just a few miles from Augsburg. They do go by quick. I'm looking forward to a local service. I want to see how that goes. All right. And we've got about 7 minutes to go 6K. And we do have... And then the PZB warnings are, you have to acknowledge any speed drop under 100 kilometers an hour. Is that how that works? Oh, I'm going to do my best not to get dinged for emergency braking as we're getting close. And I want to say, yeah, any signal that indicates caution or that you are going to be in a speed zone that is less than 100 kilometers per hour, you have to acknowledge that with the PZB. All right, so we're going to 90. So we'll need to acknowledge the sign that says 90, which will be in 2.8 kilometers, and we need to acknowledge when we pass into the 90 zone, I think. I know, I'd say probably 60% of what I'm doing, maybe less. All right. And we're still, I feel like we can still be on time. We've only got a couple of miles to go. Even with all our goofing around here, I think we might still be on time. All right, so our little red mark has not started to drop yet, but we're looking for the sign that says all right. He's telling me something. Sir. I hope we don't get... All right. Hope we don't get emergency braking. And we're only, yeah, we're like a mile, a little over a mile. We'll acknowledge that one. I hope I got all these. Yeah, let's slow down a little bit more. I mean, we're really not very far from... All right. And our, that's interesting, our speed is not dropping anymore. All right. And we're not going into this 60-kilometer zone because we're going to be stopping here. All right. That felt very odd at the end. I don't know exactly what happened. I mean, it all worked out and we're going to be on time, but that did not seem right. Yeah, I feel like we're under emergency braking right here. Yeah, I think we are. So do we need to reset? Oh no. Wait, what? Unlock the doors here? No, that... All right, well, I don't think it's going to let us pull forward. I am... not sure what's happening right now. Yep. I think it's going to make us unlock the doors. Okay, well, that's not how I wanted to finish the scenario, but I think that's how we're going to finish the scenario. So I guess I triggered an emergency braking at some point, but I'm not sure where. I was trying to acknowledge all the signals. Exactly. Well, you know, you go out for lunch runs late, what are you going to do? What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, I thought I was acknowledging all the signals, and we were under the speed limit, so I don't know why it triggered emergency braking. I think it triggered emergency braking because we can't move the train now. But once we hit the trigger for the platform, then it went to this other menu, and we had to complete the scenario. Oh well. It's the game has bugs. All right. So we'll lock the doors and see how we did. All right. How'd we do? Really? We got a gold medal? That's ridiculous. All right. Off to a great start. Yeah, we're off to a great start. All right. So we will go to the main menu, and we'll try a local service and see how that goes. That was not, I don't like that at all. All right, so we're gonna do timetable. We want the 423. We want the 423. We want autumn clear, because that's where it is in real life where I am. Autumn clear, right? Continue, and we'll go daylight. So let's say after 8 a.m., right? The S3 to Holzkirchen. All right, let's see how this goes. I can never tell with this game whether I'm doing something wrong or whether the game is bugged out. At any given moment, could be either one. All right, so this is the S-Bahn S3 service. We need to know that for our sign, and we're going to Munich. All right, as always, we're going to do this quickly. Wow, why is it so dark? Oh, that's a little better. All right, so we're going to put the key in. We want the key to forward. We're going to open the doors. All right, so we want, is it here? We want route, right? And what do we say? S3 to Munich. That one right there. All right, so we'll back out of here, and we want some headlights. Now we can just go like so. We want some cab lights. We want some passenger lights. Safety systems on. Okay. That's not what I wanted. We'll put the window down. Put the window down over here. And we need to wait about 30 seconds and we'll get out of here. Okay. Let's take a look from outside. It's not a big deal, but it's a really big deal. These signs on the front of the train, that we were not able to use those in some of the trains in Train Sim World 2, that really bothered people. I wouldn't say that it really bothered me, but it kind of bothered me. All right, so we're going to close doors. I'm going with the HUD on this one. I don't know what happened with that other train. All right. Brakes off. Pressure comes down. Here we go. Exactly. I was flying earlier today. I was flying the Airbus, the A320 in Flight Simulator. Alexander, how you doing? My day is great. My friend, how are you? I was flying the A320 in Flight Simulator, and I would say easily like 80% of the controls on the flight deck are marked as inoperable. It was very frustrating. All right, so we'll acknowledge this. I don't know if we have to, but I always do just to be safe. And let's open this thing up a little bit. SIPA. Emergency braking. What just happened? Moment. What? All right, we're gonna start that one again. This is the PZB LZB action that I do not get at all. All right. We're gonna do this. So we want the reverser to forward. Unlock the doors. We want, let's do our sign first, which is right there, right there, right there. There we go. That is good. We want marker lights. We want passenger lights. We want cab light. We want safety systems on. All right. Yep, my day is going really, really well. Can't wait for the weekend. Windows open. All right. So here's the problem, and here's what just happened. With the, in passenger service, it is the LZB system. No, it is, it's the PZB system. So this is the PZB system. And the way it works is we've got all these zones. We've got like 1,000 hertz zones and 500 hertz zones. We've got all these zones, but the speed that's posted in the HUD is not the speed that you can go. But then also down here, we've got like 85, 70, 55, but that doesn't necessarily mean 85, 70, or 55. It's like these weird combinations. Some places it's 25 kilometers per hour, other places it's 40 kilometers per hour, and I don't have them all memorized, and the game doesn't really tell you. So we're going to try this again. All right. Pressure comes down. There we go. Pressure comes down. There's like some kind of a station brake on these trains as well, where they will hold, the brakes will hold on until you apply just a little bit of throttle. I keep forgetting that. I think it's to prevent the train from moving backwards. All right, let's try, because we got to try 25. See if it likes that, because we've got a blinking green here. So are we clear now? I think we're clear. There are no lights blinking. I think we can go up to 85. All right, here we go. That's 40. No braking event. That's SIFA. All right. Yeah, I really want to understand those safety systems. I just can't seem to make sense of them. Try as I might. All right, we're going into 120 now. We need to wait for the tail of the train to clear that. And then we can go, there we go. Open it up a little bit. And we've got a yellow signal ahead of us that may turn green before we get there. If it does not, we need to acknowledge it with the PZB. And we've also got a station coming up in about 2 kilometers. All right. And we've got an 80 coming up. All right, so we'll back that down. All right. And I typically start braking about 1 kilometer out, sometimes a little bit less. And we'll need to acknowledge when we get the notice that the speed is dropping to 80, and then again when we pass into the zone, I believe we have to acknowledge all that with the PZB. All right. And start braking right about here. Concentrating. I think they want us to stop right at the end of the platform. All right. Objective complete. What? All right. Well, we got the whole thing on the platform. Nothing to complain about there. Oh, there are those signs again. Those signs, man. Oh, come on, camera. Yep. The sign is... I'll have to take a look on the replay, but I think the sign might even be showing, like, the service or the route or whatever. That's what people have been asking for. All right. So doors close, and we have to apply some throttle. There you go. Once we go to over 20% power, that's when the brakes release. All these trains are different. I really like that So you got to figure them all out. All right, CFO, we're in. It's not like an uncontrolled zone or anything, but we don't have any additional speed restrictions right now. It's only like whatever the track limit is. All right, so we'll acknowledge this because it says we're going to an 80. Then we're going to slow down to 80. Right. Hey, how's the sound, by the way? Are you able to hear these trains at all? I've been trying to balance my audio a little bit more accurately lately. All right. Missed that one. All right. Missed it, but you know what? Technically, well, technically, all the doors are on the platform. Everybody can get in and out. It's not ideal. All right. Sounds good? Okay. I don't have any complaints about the sound in this game. I know people complain that the sounds aren't accurate, right? That they know these trains and they know that in real life the trains don't sound that way. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with them. I just don't know what the trains sound like, so to me they all sound good. All right, and we'll get about here. Yeah, looks like 20% is when the brakes release. And we can get rolling again. All right. Yeah, the worst thing for me about one of those emergency braking events is every train restarts differently. And they all have to, like, a lot of things have to happen in a very specific sequence or the train just will not move again. And I don't know what all of the sequences are. So if we have one of those emergency braking deals, sometimes I can't get the train going again for like 5 minutes. I just need to keep mashing buttons in various combinations until we can get rolling. That's no fun. I was reading in one of the forums, people were talking about how impossible it is to run these services on time. It's not just difficult, like it's impossible. Can't be done. And one of the responses was, yeah, well, don't worry about it. Trains don't run on time anywhere. All right, I mean, I guess so. In that way, it's a very realistic train simulator. Is that what you're saying? Oh, and I didn't, you know what, I'll do this when we're stopped at the next platform. I'll pop the map open so you can see what this route looks like end to end. All right, right about here, let's start braking. I don't know how we got a gold medal on that last service that we did. I have no idea how we got a gold. we even going to be able to stop in time? Maybe. Yep. All right. Yeah, seeing objective complete pop up every time we do anything that's different. All right, so this is Munich, or this is Augsburg. I think this is Munich, and then this is Augsburg down here. Yeah, that would make sense. This is a lot bigger. So we're headed, I think, right up in here. We're not going all the way to the end of the route. We're going about halfway, maybe 2/3. All right, so we'll get doors closed. Oh, you know what? I could use that rotary dial in the ICE is a little bit problematic for me, but I can use the other door buttons in this train. All right. Yeah, see, we're leaving here at 16:10 more or less, and we need to be at our next stop. I'm sorry, 8:16:10. We need to be at our next stop at 8:16. So we were already 10 seconds late before we'd even moved. All right. Now what I have learned is if you brake too early, you end up going down the platform slowly, and rather than stopping where you're supposed to, you just keep rolling and rolling and rolling, and it's like another 30 seconds or so that you're moving. Even though you're at the platform, you're still moving, and so you end up being 30 seconds late. So it's like you got there on time, but you didn't actually stop on time, so you lose a little bit of time at every platform. Oh yeah. So this has, okay. So that is the stop. I'm sorry, that is the route, right? The S3, come back. And it said up in the top right, let me see if it cycles back to it. In the top right, yeah, it said 8:16 in the top right, and that's what time we were supposed to be here. So finally, do we have timetable signs at the stations? That's what people have been asking for. All right. Brake pressure comes off. Here we go. Yep, we'll have to take a look at the next station that we get into. Because something that you can do in this sim is you can just get out and walk around, and when a train pulls up to a station, you can get on board, sit down as a passenger, and ride it to another stop. So I'm guessing with the AI driving, those signs would tell you like what time the next train was due and where it was going. All right, so we could bring this down, SIFA, and then throw some brakes on. Now, this is definitely a local service. We've been stopping like every kilometer or so, all the way up the line. Not a bad thing, but it's definitely a contrast to the express that we ran in the ICE. Yep, and we're now about a minute and a half late. We're gonna be almost 2 minutes late by the time we get stopped. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, I said I was going to do that with the other button. When we leave, I'll close the doors with the button on the console. And did we? Yeah, we got all our doors on the platform. That counts. That totally counts. And some of these, yeah, some of these are live. Some of these are static. There you go. All right, and we're going to use the console button that is over here. Right. Brake pressure comes down. There we go. So 3 kilometers. Wow, there is so much movement on this DLC. I don't know that I've. Wait. Oh, we are going the other way. We are going the other way. I thought we were going to the northwest, and we're going to the southeast. Okay, so we'll be done with this fairly quickly. We've only got a few more stops to go. We'll call it there. I think that'll suffice for the day. I'll do a couple more routes off camera, just to keep getting familiar. And it seems like we only had those freezes on the ICE run that we did. So it could be, well, it could be a lot of things. It could be that we were just moving more quickly, and so the tiles were loading more frequently. It could be that the game itself was unpacking scenery and textures for the first time. Who knows what? Could have been that it was spawning in other service. No, I guess that wouldn't make sense, because there has been as much other traffic on this route as there was on the ICE service that we did. So, oh, unknown. Maybe it was just loading tiles for the first time, or unzipping files for the first time. And we will monitor carefully up there. I try to start braking about 700 meters out. That is right about there. A little hot. A little hot. Let's see if we get this stopped in time. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. I'm told that in real life, train drivers learn and memorize these routes. And that drivers have certain routes that they work, that they know that they're like tested on, and others that they don't. And they can only do the routes they know. All right, and then we want, there we go. For freight service, I think that's a little bit different, but for passenger service, I think you need to know where the braking points are for all these various stops. Oh, camera. Oh, camera. So is it one side and is it one side and then the other side? Interesting. All right, hop back in here. Lock the doors. There we go. Yep. Next stop is Munich. Here we go. This will be my first time coming into the, I'm guessing it's like the big Munich train station. This will be my first time coming into it. I've left it a couple times in the ICE, but I haven't pulled into it yet. I noticed there's no end-to-end local service. You can do about 2/3 of the route. That's what we did today, or 2/3 of the DLC maybe is a better way to say it. You can do about 2/3 of the DLC, but not the entire length of it, at least not yet. And I also need to, this goes back to that sign thing. People want signs in the trains, the destination boards, they want them to work and be functional. When it is a loco coming in from another route, that loco tends to bring in the destination boards from the other route, which means that you can't, right, like you don't have access to those destination boards that are on this route. So I'm curious if they've addressed that. And you know what, that's the last thing we can do today. We'll hop into a train that I know is from another route, right? And we'll see if we can get the reader board to say the right thing in this route. This is not the big main station. Oh no, we're not gonna make it. Not gonna make it. Not gonna make it. Go. Maybe. Alright, we're gonna make it. I thought. And again, we'll take a look after we get stopped here. I thought this was the end of the line. Alright. There's that. So we go here. Oh no! No, we got a couple more. We got a couple more until we get into this very busy area here. Well, very cool. Patty the Farmer, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. All right, we've got some doors here. Like so. I don't know how late we are at this point. I am fantastic. There we go. I'm great, Patty. Thank you for asking. And we've got, let me see. So we've got another platform in 2 kilometers, a little over 2 kilometers. And then we've got a 90-kilometer-per-hour zone beyond that. So I guess we're going, so we've got this next platform, and then the next one will be the big stop downtown. Oh, find out in a minute. But we do need to look for the signs that we'll get to before that 90, because again, anything under 100 kilometers per hour, I think you have to acknowledge it or you get that emergency braking. That's about 700. Get some brakes going here. There's a 90. Right about in here somewhere. I mean, we're 2 minutes late, which I'm not happy about, but could be worse. All right, so we want left side doors, and then in front of us we've got a sign for the 90-kilometer zone. We've got a blinking green light. This all means something. It's a code. It all means something, and I don't know what exactly that is. All right. Some doors closed here. All right, here we go. So we'll acknowledge this, right? Yeah, there's some freezes. We'll acknowledge that. And then, because we're going to be there relatively quickly, let's go ahead and cap the speed at 90 rather than going above it and coming back to it. We've got another sign saying 90. All right. Oh, there's 90. A lot of freezes right there. Don't know what that was about. God, so many things happening right now. And we're going to a 60. And 60. Okay, and we're just getting into the station as well. All right. So now we're at 1,000 hertz, and that is 40 or 25. I mean, we're there and we're going to be late, so let's say 25, just to be safe. All right. 25, I said. There we go. All right, we'll coast the last quarter mile here. And we've got a red signal in front of us. Now this is not, is this, yep, everything's safe momentarily. Let's take a look here. Yeah, this is not where we left from on the ICE, so we may be going even further forward. And I think we're going a little slower than we need to be. But like I said, those codes for the PZB, okay, so now we're in a 500 hertz zone. So like maybe the 1,000 hertz is 40 kilometers and the 500 hertz is 25. I don't know, man. Oh, and they're all different. For passenger, light freight, and heavy freight, they're all different. All right, so that goes right there. Get some doors open, like so. Gonna hop outside and take a look. Oh, there's a ton of movement in this DLC. I really like that. And I like the reader boards too. The destination boards on the trains and on the platforms. Good on you, Dovetail. Well done. All right, so got that. All three of those. Lock doors. All right. So 3 kilometers, that's, we'll take a look when we get rolling. But I'm guessing that's going to be, well, not quite. That's like halfway from here to the end of the line. So maybe there's another stop beyond that. And until we get out of this 500 hertz zone, I'm going to say 25. Just to be safe. So we're out of the 25 now. So let's go 40. It says we're coming up on 120, but I don't buy it. That seems, you know what I mean? A bit reckless. Because we are sort of in the yard. And we've only got a couple of miles to go. Although that guy, where's he going? All right. Yeah, he just took off hauling ass out of here, so I guess we'll do the same. And let's say, we keep it around 100. Just till we understand all the ins and outs of this route. All right. So the speed limit is going to be 100. We're going 100, so we're okay there. All right, there's 100. And we're still, yeah, we've still got a couple more stops to go till we get all the way into Munich. God, the freezes. I thought it was just on the ICE route, but it is, we're getting a lot of them on this route as well. Yeah, we're 3.5 minutes late now. I think we could have made up some time leaving that last stop. I left very, very slowly because we still had that 500 hertz marker up on our console, but I think we could have left a little bit faster. And we could have pulled it here a little bit faster as well. This is, I have a bad habit of doing this. I end up just, like I said, kind of cruising down the platform and wasting 30 or 40 seconds. All right, that is a full 4 minutes. Oh. Take a look outside. Yeah. I don't have any complaints about the way that the game looks. I do feel like they've potatoed it a little bit for Train Sim World 2, but the frame rate has come up a little bit, so, you know, everything's a trade-off. What are you going to do? All right. And now where are we headed? All right. And that is... Wow. This is like tons of track in here. And that's still not the end of the line, so I think we've got this stop and then one more beyond it. Because when we left on the ICE, we did leave from a big, kind of ornate, downtown type train station. And we haven't even seen it on the horizon yet. But I feel like we're getting close. Right about there. Yeah, a little bit early, but we gotta make some time up any way we can. Right? left side doors, hop outside. We've got, oh, probably 4 or 5 variations of this same train set now. The local service DBBR, right? Looks almost like a tram. I swear we've got, I'll take a look because I do want to check those signs as well when we're done here, but I think we've got, I'd say probably half a dozen variations of this same train, which is a good thing. Like so. Yeah, it's a good thing that whatever you're in the mood to drive, train-wise, you can always find something. All right, and now I'm seeing wait, what? Did I just see? So we've got two dots. Oh, I think that might be PZB because we've got a second dot on our console now on our speedometer. All right, we'll have to see what that means. SIFA. Yeah, we're getting to downtown kind of area. All right, now we just got a G lighting up. What does that mean? Right about in here somewhere. Yep. All right. Some doors open. I'm going to take a look at the map again. What do you think? They're sending us. I mean, there's really nowhere else to go from here. This does route us out and away. I mean, there might be another platform right in here, but I suspect this is the end of the line. We'll find out in a minute. All right, so we lock doors. Yep, got one more stop. Interesting. That little tick on the speedometer is moving. I think that may be related to PZB LZB. That is an automatic slowing or automatic stopping system for this train. But it's not just in the ICE, that it is in these other trains as well. All right. But I feel like I'm only seeing it for this stop here at the end. And if this brings us in and stops us exactly on the marker, what? Why wasn't it doing that the whole route? we do have a red signal in front of us as well. Yeah, that's a little bit early. All right, unlock doors. Hey, we'll figure it out. So there is the front of the train, back of the train, just barely. By about 10 feet, we got the back doors on the platform. And this has to be, because there's no more, yeah, there's no more route. That has to be the end of it. So we will hop into the main menu and we'll take a look. We'll grab the, let's grab the double stack. We'll grab the double stack and see if we bring the double stack into this route, does it have that sign for it? Or does it only have the, is it the Rhine-Ruhr? Whichever route the double stack is sort of built for. What's all that about? All right. We got a silver medal. Yeah, it's to be expected. We were very late and we missed a lot of our, stop accuracy. This is not good. 75 feet. 100 feet. Okay. That happens. So if we go to main menu, let's take a look here. And we go to explore, right? These are all the locos that are available on this DLC. What? That's quite a few locos. So it's not that one, it's this one. This is the double stack. And it doesn't matter what weather we go to. So if we go here, then let's see what the signs look like. I'm not going to do this route. Now, I did notice just now as we went in there, that is the entire length of the route. That other loco, the 432, the new one, was only about 2/3 of the route. This is the entire one. So this is a regional express. So RE to Munich. And we'll get, are we even at a station? Yeah. Where's the people? There they are. Right side. So if we go back here, right, and then, is it here? Some doors open. Okay. So I don't know why. I don't know why I felt a need to do that. This one is here. So if we turn this on and then we go down here, yeah, these are all the services for, maybe, hang on. Yeah, these are all the services for the route that this loco is built for. This would seem like a pretty simple fix that they could put this in. I don't want to end the episode on a sour note, but this would seem like something they could put in here, right? This can't be a big programming whatever, but yeah, if we want to run this loco on this route, we will not be able to have a Munich sign, which is not a big deal, but it is kind of a big deal. But there you have it. This is the Munich Augsburg DLC, and go back here. Yep, pleased with it. It's available on Steam now. I think it's 25 bucks. But it's worth it. I'd recommend it. There you go. Thanks, everybody. See you next time. Take care.